What's good, everybody? Welcome to part 2 of Panamanians Hate Bad Bunny, aka
Welcome again to the Latinos Unfiltered Part 2, where we're talking about his pet peeve because he cannot handle the fact that I don't like Bad Bunny. So he just trying to
no, I feel
make
you.
me
I
become a
feel you.
glazer like he
No,
is.
no, I feel you on it. I feel you on a lot of the stuff. I'm not gonna deny it. I think the few songs he has that have come out that are actually about Puerto Rico, I think are phenomenal. But I do feel you, and I do see where you're coming from. I'm not gonna deny that one. But we're gonna go ahead and this is part 2 of it. We're gonna go ahead and go straight on into it. What we're gonna go in is gonna be interesting. So we're gonna put on a good song here. We're gonna see his opinion on it, and we're gonna find out. So we're gonna start off with the
definition of a good song.
I didn't say it was a good song. I'm saying in general, it's of a song that's like popular. But here's a song. Ay, Dios mío, here we go. And here it goes.
Benito.
El club. Let's try El club. Vamos, ¿estás ready? Okay.
It is funny though because you not even that didn't have a video.
No, none of them have video. They only have the behind the like the things about the different things.
Oh, okay.
This one I did because it has the lyrics on it, but they all have like a fact about Puerto Rico or something like that, which is awesome. But this one has clear lyrics, and I know that's one thing you want to see, so we're gonna have fun with it.
Yeah, 2 de la mañana en el club, todo el mundo pasándola cabrón, la mujer encima de mí, la juca, la pastilla y un blon, lo que yo quiera dice que sí, bien loco cantando la canción, después de aquí nos vamos pa'. ¿Qué estará haciendo mi ex? Que hace tiempo por ahí no se ve. ¿Será que ya me superó?
Is there something you would like to say, sir?
Let's continue because you know what I'm saying. Now we're already talking about taking pills and still dwelling with the ex nonsense. But okay, cool.
Okay.
Y le va bien, mientras que yo, borracho, pienso que estará haciendo mi ex, que hace tiempo por ahí no se ve. ¿Será que ya me superó? Y le va bien, mientras que yo, borracho, pienso. ¿Qué diablo estará haciendo? Estará jangueando, estará durmiendo, estará fumando, estará bebiendo, seguirá sola o está saliendo con otro que no soy yo, no soy yo. Mami, ese no soy yo, no soy yo. Aposté que te olvidaba y perdí 500. Otra vez me ganaron los sentimientos. Los muchachos piensan que yo estoy contento, pero no, estoy muerto por dentro. La disco está llena y yo la vacía, porque no está la nena mía con la que yo siempre me reía, con la que yo siempre me venía, con la que yo hablaba todos los días, y ahora no sé nada, y ahora no sé nada. Ay, ¿qué estará haciendo mi ex? Que hace tiempo por ahí no se ve. ¿Será que ya me superó y le va bien? Mientras que yo, borracho, pienso.
Ni al perro le gustó eso.
Me pestañeo y ahora estamos aquí. 2020 la última vez que yo fui feliz. 2022 la última vez que yo te vi. La vida no me cumplió nada de lo que le pedí. No sé qué pasó, yo le pedí a Dios, pero él también me batió. El futuro me golpeó y en el pasado me dejó. La felicidad se alejó y me pregunto qué estará haciendo. Si en mí estás pensando, o si la luna estás viendo, con otra persona conectando. Y si de mí le estás hablando, pero aunque sea, ser un buen recuerdo, ser un buen recuerdo.
So I want your expert opinion. What you thought about the song? I don't know who you're talking to. I guess you muted your mic.
Okay, so what I was saying was before, because I was coughing, was I started thinking about it the last time we were talking, and I realized something about music, that certain music, yes, I do like the actual words of it, but I realized that I'm big on the beats by themselves. Because there's certain songs that I've heard that I'm like, yeah, that's not something I would listen to because the words ain't for me. You feel me? But then I realized that I really like the beat of it. So I'm someone who I like. Yes, I do like the words of some songs, but I'm huge on the actual beats of songs.
Mhm.
So for this one, I mean, yeah, if you're trying to do an album about the love of Puerto Rico, yeah, you know, make the entire album like that. I can feel you on that. I'm not even denying that. And this is me being Puerto Rican. Like I feel you. Like if you're gonna do something about that, do it like that. But then again, I can understand where he also, it's not horrible compared to his past stuff and some other people's stuff I've heard. Pero I when I listen to it, it's like, yeah, I hear the words sometimes, but I start realizing that even when I was listening to this, I strictly listen to the beat. I'm all about the beat. I realized that I actually like listening to the beats.
I mean, I think that's where it goes to, because a lot of people will kind of fixate themselves to like just the flow and the beat of the music and stuff like that,
Yeah,
but not paying attention to the top of the message. Like, and when it comes down to this stuff, I think that's where me and you kind of like split ways in a way, because I know you are more like the flow of the music, but I kind of like change my view of the music into like pay attention to the lyrics and the letters. So what is the message that they're trying to rely on? What's the story they try to tell
yeah,
with the music? Because music is just basically a storytelling uh, um about experiences and this, that, and the third and whatever not. And to a point, I'm like, okay, you missing your ex, give or take. She was a good person and whatever not. But it kind of like, if I follow the trajectory of the story as
yeah,
that he's going, because if we go back to the last episode when he was talking about the Pitorro de Coco, he goes to the point that he goes and start drinking the Pitorro to start thinking about the ex, and he talking about the ex was toxic. But now, if we continue, it looks like he went from the Pitorro de Coco to the club, and then he start thinking about the ex, and now the ex is good. So now, like, which one is she toxic or is she good?
she
So
can be
like,
good and toxic. Those are the best
no,
ones.
sir,
Those are the best ones.
you cannot be good and toxic at the same
You
time.
could be a good toxic, and then there's a bad toxic.
Explain that. That's an oxymoron all on his own.
It's facts. There's good toxic.
So
There's ones that,
what kind of facts are you trying to
bro,
use?
there's the kind of toxic that you're like, this is too much, but everything
you
else behind it.
So
it's
he's like,
not worth
okay,
it.
so that's a good poison? Like, what?
Yes,
Poison is still poison.
it's poison. We're not talking about poison. We're talking about personality traits. You can
Toxic
have
traits are poison.
a good every dude knows this. There is toxic that you just can't deal with. You're like, I'm leaving that behind in my life. I'm good with it. But then there's that like semi good toxic that's like, yeah, like everything else is really good in it. You know what I'm saying? And not just physical, but like in general. You feel me?
That's called delusion, sir.
No, it's called enjoying. It's called being
it's called being a masochist, because it's just kind of like a type of
masochist and a
masochism
sadist.
where you just want to feel bad in a good way. I don't know. That's just kind of weird. But he goes
You be a
from
pain in the
beginning of the
ass.
song,
You
like
give
when
me
you
everything
start,
else great.
like you start listening to the song and he already start like going into like, okay, let's get drunk and start taking pills and start smoking, whatever. So to each one his preference. Like, you want to smoke weed, that's all good, whatever. It's natural from the grass or whatever. But our pills, no, they're chemically made. So now if kids are gonna be listening to this and singing in the middle of the street, now what message are we giving to the kids? That it's okay for you to get drunk, drink pills, and smoke your head out, start thinking about your ex, because
Do
you and
you
the
like
person no
comic
matter
books?
is, huh?
You like comic books?
Yeah.
Switching on a different subject just for the fun of it, just real quick.
Yeah.
Do you like? I was just thinking because I was playing it yesterday on the Marvel Rivals. Do you like Cloak and Dagger?
I never went actually into like getting deep into the Cloak and Dagger.
Me neither. I never really got into it, but apparently a lot of comics. Let's say your kid gets into comics. Are you letting your kid read comics? Like, is it? I mean, it's comics. It's not. I don't think it's that serious.
Not even then. I mean, at this point in time, I even curate whatever they're gonna watch. This depends on their age.
Cloak and Dagger is a very, at least from what I see,
I mean, because I'm gonna tell you,
very
like,
calm comic. It's a very.
it's not
It's
like,
not bad.
like no, like I'm saying, it's just like even like I watch anime. Like, let's grab it from there. I watch anime. Not every single piece of anime that I watch as an adult, I let my kids watch.
Because
I curate what they're allowed to see, and I curate what I watch.
a lot of anime and comics, for example, Cloak and Dagger. This is why I brought it up. We found out a few days ago that apparently they were like some 17. They were like young teenagers in their late teens, and the way they got their powers is from synthetic heroin. So the question being,
I'm gonna take some synthetic heroin and get superpowers. No.
There's only so much you can. I mean, obviously, do the best you can, and there's obviously comics that are good out there, stuff like that, and music is the same way. But how far can you? Not everything in music can you take it. And I guess if you have
you can curate and educate at the same time.
Yeah,
you know
and I do see where you're coming from. Like he could. I mean, if he's talking about his experience, I mean, I guess he doesn't. I mean, if he's talking about how he actually did pills and that's blah blah blah, then fine. Even then, it's not a message you really want to convey.
Because let's put it this way: like, if you're talking to maybe somebody like 15, 16, going into the older teen years, you already know that you cannot shield your kid from what is outside in the street, and that's where you come and educate. But when it comes down to what they can see and listen into your domain, your household, your kingdom, whatever you want to call it, you curate what is being, like what you can listen to and what you cannot, and what you can watch and what you cannot.
Yeah.
Because it's like, okay, I cannot stop you from seeing the stuff in the world, and I'm gonna educate you about what is out there, so you don't be outside and have somebody lie to you and give you their interpretation of what is going out there, and then brainwash you into their point, into their worldview, instead of having an open mind and understanding all. Because it's like, if I'm gonna tell you something, I'm not gonna tell you my side only. I'm gonna explain to you both sides of the picture, so you understand what they might tell you that you think is okay, and what the reality of things are. Because one thing is your perception, and the other thing is reality. Your perception is not reality. Your perception is still your perception. Reality is still going to be reality, regardless of you liking it or not. True is true, regardless, whether you like it or not.
Yeah. There's facts and there's stuff that you have to.
Exactly. But if we're talking about, a little 8-year-old, 9-year-old, 10-year-old, bro, I'm going to shield you as much as I can. For the simple fact, it's like, I don't want your mind to go into things that your mind cannot comprehend at the point in time. And then when it comes down to like being beyond popular and having that type of platform, and then taking your music and your content and is something that is played everywhere, because now we're talking about your brother, your sister, your cousin, your auntie, whatever, everybody playing this stuff, and just listening to all this kind of crazy stuff, and then you allow them to just bring into your crib, and then just everybody just can play whatever the heck they want, and then your kid is like, think that that's normal. It's not normal.
Yeah.
That behavior is for somebody that is more mature to understand. And even if you as an adult don't like that kind of content, you can curate it out of your own, repertoire, music or shows or whatever you like to watch. It just goes kind of like that, because I don't know, you remember that show Spartacus?
Yeah.
Love Spartacus. The whole fight scene, is just a lot of graphic. It goes and it portrays a lot of the stuff that actually was going on in the world back then. But why would I look like have my 5, she was what, she was like about 5 years old at the time. Why would I looking sitting down watching Spartacus with my daughter sitting on my lap, and then she over here just looking at all this other stuff, and I'd be like, oh no, that's fine because she will find out later in the world. Might as well do it now.
Yeah.
So it's like to what type of level I'm trying to get into when it comes down to those things. And like I said, he's an artist. He got a big platform. He moves a lot of people around or whatever now. And if you want to make an album that speaks about the injustices and stuff like that that's happening to Puerto Rico, I would believe that, stay to the subject, stick to the subject. You know what I'm saying? Just expose the stuff that is out there that's, that is being done and the wrongdoings that people is doing, and use your platform to actually elevate the fact that, this artist actually bringing the whole thing over here. But then if you only pick and choose 2, 3, 4 songs out of the album that has 12, 13 songs, and then the rest of the song is all about this other random stuff, talk about going out drinking, this, that, and the third. That's part of society. That's not part of your culture. You know what I'm saying? Society will tell you, oh, go drink, go get drunk, go enjoy your life, YOLO, whatever they want to call it. You only live once. Everybody want to act like,
but 2000s or something.
You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, they want to live life to the max, pedal to the metal, all that kind of stuff. But like, what message are you living for those that are behind you?
Okay, I see what you mean. That makes sense. Yeah, especially for an album like this that's supposed to be perpetrated as something huge. Now, I can see where you're coming from, but here's
when you become, and I'm not just going to say like when you become a parent, because as everything else, they are irresponsible parents. But if you become a responsible parent, you got to change your mentality and your worldview when it comes on to certain things, because what is the message that you are trying to leave? Because everybody want to talk about, a lot of these artists want to talk about like, oh no, education starts at home, so you need to do this, that, and the third. So now when I voice my views on the stuff that they're doing, then people want to call a hater, oh, you just don't know the struggle and you don't know this, that, and the third. But what is the message that he's trying to live to kids? I mean, I got kids of my own.
I feel you.
So I'm just going to be like carte blanche, just like, okay, you just listen to whatever you want. And then when they come out doing some type of boberia in the street or something like that because they heard it in the song, like people trying to blame like, oh, kid shoots down 13 kids because Call of Duty. But last time I checked, Call of Duty is rated M. So you're telling me that you as a parent is not monitoring what your kids are playing, and you let them play those kind of things that are not meant for them to begin with, and you think it's okay. But then when they do something crazy because they saw a freaking YouTube show that tells you kill your parents and go kill yourself, and you're not paying attention to what they're watching.
Let's go unalive just in case.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like you want to take your own, want to meet Jesus, want to meet Jesus 4K type of thing, and then just take your whole family with you for a one-way trip. Then why are we saying? It's like, so are you going to watch what they're watching? Are you going to curate what they watch? You're going to curate what they listen to? Or
that's
you
just
don't give a care?
That's a nice son or child because they want to take everyone on a vacation with them.
Let's go on a one-way trip to meet Jesus. 4K.
Right, so, here's the next one. Are you ready?
Am I?
Here we go.
¿Cómo diablos voy a olvidarte si ya te vi sin ropa? ¿Cómo dejarte? Sé que prometí que iba a alejarme, pero ¿cómo quieres que me vaya bien? Si tú no me sacas de los close friends, me paso toqueándote pa' ver qué haces. Enchulado puede que se me pase, pero ¿cómo quieres que me vaya bien? Si tú no me sacas de los close friends, me paso toqueándote pa' ver qué haces.
Am I a stalker now? That's crazy.
¿Cómo diablos voy a olvidarte? Si cuando estoy solo y prendo, lo que hago es pensar. Mami, me dejaste hipnotizado, colonizado.
I mean, at least you accept the fact that he's a clown nice.
Dando vueltas por las 11, escuchando a Baby a Ozzy. Todo lo mío es tuyo, si quieres te doy la Ozzy. Quiero comerte esos labios closey, oh sí. Esto no tiene que pasar, no. Pero veo el circulito verde y me vuelvo a ilusionar. Tú eres malo, tú lo haces intencional. Una player profesional. Total, esto no iba a funcionar. Pero te veo y me vuelvo a ilusionar. Tú eres mala, tú lo haces intencional. Tu nombre me lo voy a lesionar. Está cabrón que esto es normal. Pero como quieres que me vaya bien.
I told you he's a masochist.
Dime qué pasa, mi amor, que ya no me envía los buenos días por la mañana. Y en la noche antes de acostarte ya no me llamas. ¿Será que ya encontraste a alguien más y me cambiaste? Está cabrón como de tu vida ya desaparecí. Qué triste que termino así, que termino así. ¿Será que a otro ahora le cuentas tu día? Y lo hace reír con los chistes que tú me hacías. No tengo sticker nuevo, mami, porque ya tú no me los envías. Te fuiste cuando más yo te quería, y ya nadie sabrá lo que tú y yo pudo ser. Qué triste no conocerás esa parte de mí que yo sé que te iba a gustar y nadie sabrá lo que tú y yo pudo ser. Qué triste no conocerás esa parte de mí que yo a nadie le suelo mostrar.
Feel sorry for the guy. Feel sorry for the guy.
What is that?
Because now he's over there stalking her out. Then he just keep talking about he knows how she is, but then he likes it. It's just, I mean, I don't know. Yo no sé, le echó brujería, una cosa así, porque el tipo está toqueado. Like he don't want to let her go. I'm like, okay, guy, I understand. You liked her a lot. That's cool. Ain't nothing wrong with a broken heart. You know what I'm saying? Like that's part of life.
Okay.
Like either you're gonna sing about the broken heart and you growing out of there and moving along and healing yourself, or you're just gonna sit down there talking about you being stuck on depression mode and then just smoking and taking pills about it.
How's the beat though? How you like that? Do you like the beat at all?
Like I told you, I like the beat, but that's not what my main focus on it. Like the beat is dope. I can make 1,000 songs, not personally, but like 1,000 songs can come out from the beat with 1,000 different meanings.
It's Mr. M2J on the radio. Okay, so this song is a good one. This is Vueltita. This is supposed to be a good one.
Supposed to be.
It's very popular. It's definitely hit a lot of views and stuff. So here we go.
That lyrical key is the one that's killing me, bro. Every time I see it.
Baby, te voy a dar una vuelta por la playita. Te voy a llenar de besitos en la carita. Un día conmigo es lo que tú necesitas. Sonriendo tú te ves más bonita. Baby, te voy a dar una vuelta por la playita. Te voy a llenar de besitos en la carita. Un día conmigo es lo que tú necesitas. Sonriendo tú te ves más bonita. Baby, yo sé. La vida es así, la vida es así. Ey, pero ponte el traje de baño, mami, que te voy a buscar. Te dejo mojadita, el sol te va a secar, sí, te va a quemar. Tú eres mi canción favorita.
He was going so okay It was going so okay.
Quiero dibujar corazoncito en la orilla. Tranquila, mami, yo te cargo la silla. Esos ojitos lindos, me encanta cómo brillan. Como una diosa puede ser tan sencilla. Ey. Y por un beso de la flaca yo daría lo que fuera. Tú me dices, si adentro o afuera, debajo del agua. Nadie se entera.
Oh,
Baby,
bruh.
te voy a dar una
Wait,
vuelta por la
pause.
Te voy a llenar de besitos la carita.
I think I saw a video when I was scrolling through social media at one point that song was from somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
That it was an old song or whatever, not from somebody else. I don't remember who it is. It's talk about like Flaca or something like that. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Like I said, you're the one listening to the stuff, and like I'm just giving my first impression. And now when I heard that the hook on it, that's when I kind of like remember the thing on the freaking video on social media.
Okay.
Un día conmigo es lo que tú necesitas. Sonriendo tú te ves más bonita. Baby, te voy a dar una vuelta por la playita. Te voy a llenar de besitos la carita.
Contigo me siento distinto. Hay algo cuando nos miramos y en el pozo nos dimos la mano. Así cuando no estoy en la buena, tú me llevas a hacer castillos de arena y los castillos se convierten en aldeas. Un pueblito donde no existen problemas. Y ahí soñamos con un futuro. Que estemos bien, no hace falta mucho. Por un segundo nos olvidamos de todo. Aquí solo somos tú y yo.
Vamos a besarnos, frente a la sola. Aunque sea de piquito, pim, pim. Vamos a besarnos, frente a la sola. Hay muchos mosquitos en la costa, baby, voy a ponerle un screen. Vamos a besarnos, frente a la sola. Sudadita el sol te da y eso brilla como bling bling. Vamos a besarnos, frente a la sola. Vamos a quedarnos forma, ya después te llevo a
Por
París.
eso es que me gusta ir contigo a la playita y llenarte de besitos la carita. Y un día juntito es lo que yo necesito. Sonriendo tú te ves más bonito.
Yes, okay. The only one I'm gonna give it a okay. Even though it had a little innuendo there or whatever not, but it's because it's an older song, so it's a lot more tamed than the other stuff that he was singing.
I mean, all songs have innuendo. Even Juan Guerra has innuendo. He just makes it sound poetic. Is it right?
I understand that, but
Is it right?
the innuendos are a lot more like open in your face type of stuff. Come on, like even you can grab it.
What you trying to say, bitch?
I'm not saying nothing. I'm just saying they are right there to be grabbed. So it's like right there. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you have to be a freaking mathematician or like a poet dissector to understand.
Even you can grab it. Nigga, I'm smarter than you. What you mean? Gotta come out here with the backhanded stuff.
Just because your name is poetic don't mean jack, sir.
No, bro. Vete para el carajo. There you go. There's no innuendo there. Okay, here you go.
You can grab that one.
Okay, here. You're an idiot. Okay, here we go. I hope you like Perfumito Nuevo. Oh, the tone on that song.
Hoy salí de nuevo, pero ya quiero algo nuevo, creo. Si me ves por ahí ni me conoces. Cinderella después de las 12. Ya me convertí, vámonos de aquí. Que me gusta cómo huele y más cómo te mueves. Dime ya cuando voy a probar tu perfumito nuevo. La otra vez no te la vi, papi, sé que te la debo. Dime ya cuando voy a probar tu perfumito nuevo. Oye, estoy pa' ti, ¿qué vas a hacer si me pego?
Acabo de mirarle el reloj y son las 1:16. Significa que ya no te voy a dar break. Sigue mirando así, sigue mirando así, sigue mirando. Que te lo pongo aquí mismo. Sigue bailando, mami, que te estoy midiendo el ritmo. No parece Leo ni Scorpio, pa' mí que ella tiene su propio signo. Fría, sentimental, está en temporada de portarse mal. A veces es difícil meditar y solo quiere gritar o buscarme pa' chingar y yo se lo voy a dar a la hora que sea. Si yo bajo pa' allá abajo va a subir la marea. Los oídos se le marean. Baby, yo voy a hacer que tú creas. Diablo, tú eres una bellaquita igual que yo. El vomito nuevo tú hueles cabrón. El poquito te rompo el mon.
What?
Cuando voy a probar tu perfumito nuevo.
What?
I know I didn't hear that.
Tu perfumito nuevo. La otra vez no te lo di, mami, sé que te lo debo.
Is that part?
No. You gotta scroll back.
Tu perfumito nuevo. La otra vez no te lo di, mami, sé que te lo debo.
Baby, tú eres una estrella, esa boca sabe a carambola. Fuego, desde que
That
te vi
was
me puse roja.
Was it back one?
I don't think that far. I don't know. Yeah.
Una bellaquita igual que yo. El vomito nuevo tú hueles cabrón. El poquito te rompo el mon.
Nigga.
Cuando voy a probar tu perfumito
Is
nuevo.
that the part?
Yeah.
What's wrong? What's so bad about it?
I don't know. I had to reread it because that sounds like something different.
Mohong?
Huh?
What do you think he said?
Mojo, nigga.
Mohong. That's what I thought. Why would he smell like Mohong?
No. Dice que te va a romper el mojón.
Why would he?
That's what he said. But he's talking about el mahón. So now I know he's talking about you going to like rip her clothes off.
What's on your mind, sir?
It sounds like mojón, nigga.
What's on your mind? Did you?
Well, what you thought he said? You automatically understood he said mahón?
Yes.
Stop lying.
Why would I think he said Mohong? What's on your mind?
I don't know, bro. Like the way that this dude talking about. What the song is going, nigga.
Que se va a romper el mo-
Oh god.
Go ahead, to our American audience, explain what it is and what you thought it was. Go ahead. Let's let them know. Go ahead.
Huh?
Go ahead and explain to our American audience what you think he said. What
American audience.
he said and what you think he said.
I don't care about too much about explaining to the American audience. I mean, we're Latinos on filter, so
Say it though. Say you.
I can go ahead and translate it because Mahong is Mahong and Mahong is Mahong, but Mahong and Mahong sound the same.
What's my own?
Huh?
What's my own?
The jeans.
What's my home?
Dumb.
It's crap. It's shit.
Yeah.
I mean, the words sound similar, but why would he break?
Because he's talking about doing it with the girl, so like, nigga.
We ain't talking about anal here. We're talking about jeans.
Yeah.
He ain't finna break the asshole, you know?
Talk about hitting it from the back. What they gonna do? Mm-hmm. Okay, then that's what I.
Not everybody wants a chocolate popsicle.
Hey, you'd be surprised.
Okay, here we go. I knew.
Baby, tú eres una estrella, esa boca sabe a carambola. Fuego, desde que te vi me puse roja. Con los ojos me quitaste el traje. Te tengo bailando sin modales.
Dale.
Diantre, tú y yo somos iguales. Hoy le dimos y mañana le damos. De weekend en Cuamo, en la montaña te voy a hacer la rusa. Hey, ¿qué cojones?
Mami, tú te ves bien a mi lado. Si tú estás, yo no miro por lado. 5-6 me tienes dominado. Me imagino contigo peleado.
Papi, tú te ves bien a mi lado. Contigo yo no miro para el lado. 5-6 te tengo dominado. Y todavía no hemos ni chingado.
Tell me this is the last song we're gonna listen. Ah. Not good at all. Not at all. 0 out of 10. The hell. In no way, shape, or form I could put that song in any kid's party. I can't just be blasting that stuff in the middle of a neighborhood with the kids playing in the street.
Okay.
Can you take that to a family reunion?
Dependiendo de qué familia, sí. Es la verdad. So there's a few more reggaeton songs, but we're not going to do that. So here's a regular song, Voy a llevarte a Puerto Rico and Turista. These are the last 2 songs, but these ones I think you... Honestly, I don't know what the fuck you're going to think at this point. We finna find out. We finna find out.
You're not gonna know. I'm being completely 100% honest, unbiased opinion about the situation. You muted yourself, so I don't know what you said.
So I don't know what you're going to think. We're going to feel. We're going to see. We're going to see. Aquí está.
HPR es otra cosa. Yo la conocí en Miami, en Brickell. Ella sabe que aquí hay ticket. Quiere que yo se la aplique. Que pa' casa la trafique. Voy a llevarte pa' PR, mami, pa' que veas cómo es que se perrea. Tráete a tu amiga si te gusta la idea. Dile que esta noche vamos a janguear. Qué rico la vamos a pasar. Aquí nadie se va a casar, pero tú te vas a querer quedar.
Pero ¿a ti te gusta bailar?
¿No?
¿Te gusta bailar?
¿Me?
Yeah. Oye, tú eres latino, ¿verdad?
Sure.
¿Y cómo no te gusta bailar?
Because I changed my taste of music.
Doesn't mean you can't dance.
Okay.
What, you listen to music that doesn't make you dance? If you go to a family reunion, there's no Spanish music. You're not gonna dance to Hector Lavoe, El Gran Combo.
Like I said, my taste in music has changed a lot.
¿Y no te gusta El Gran Combo, Hector Lavoe, Marc Anthony, La India?
I got a lot of other music popping.
¿Y no te gusta esa cosa? You don't like salsa, merengue, bachata?
Oh, I listen to salsa, merengue, bachata, reggaeton, hip hop, rap, rock, you name it.
But if we have a family reunion, we have
trust me, even for birthdays, I my whole music repertoire, like I have everything in there, and I have fun with it, and I dance to what I dance, but it's not the same. Like I said, my whole
but I mean, si abuelita viene a ti y quiere bailar salsa contigo, ¿tú no la vas a bailar?
Of course.
Ah, pues. I see no rhythm in your soul.
You see no rhythm on my soul because I ain't got nothing to vibe to.
Okay, let's go.
Aprovecha que estoy soltero, single, mírame mal, si quieres que te singa, te voy a llevar pa' PR todo el fin de.
So you want me to vibe to all that? Okay, cool.
Mami, estoy suelto. Estoy suelto, mami, estoy suelto. Hoy la calle está prendida, juega pastilla molida. Yo no pierdo tiempo, yo la cambio.
Come on, pastilla molida.
Segundo ya yo sé que es mía. ¿Dónde están las malas? Que son bienvenidas. mía, estoy puesta por lío. Dime si tú lías,
Hey,
tu amigo,
hey,
que el corillo
hey,
también rico,
hey.
pero ese culo tuyo, wow. Sobresaliente.
Okay, the words might not be the greatest things in the world, but I'm sorry. I'm definitely realizing I love music in general. Okay, some of the words might not be the greatest things, but I do admit I
Like I
can't.
said, you vibe on the beat, I vibe on the
Yeah,
words,
bro,
bro.
I love beats, bro. It's
The
just that's
thing
not
about it, like I said earlier, bro, is like the beat plus the message makes the storytelling great. It's like you watching a movie like with all the greatest visual effects. They got the best effects ever, and they have all the magic and the explosion and the Mako Bay type of stuff. But if the story is trash, you gonna tell me that the sound effects are going to, and all the visual effects are the one that's gonna make the movie? No, you need to have a story. If the story is trash, the movie is trash. Point blank. Period.
okay. After this one, I'm gonna put something different on before we put the last Bad Bunny song on. But I want to see your opinion on this because I know you know this song. It's a very popular song, but I'm curious to see your reaction on this. And I know you know once you hear it, you're gonna know where I'm going from. But let's finish this one. And when I play this
I
next
hope
one,
it's not the same crap that he was trying to play.
no, it's gonna be completely different. But it's gonna be something that it's a classic. But you'll see.
Salimos de la disco y estaba de día. Obviamente salí con la que quería. Ey, que viva la putería. Dale pa' atrás, tan chulería. Ey, dime si te vas a montar. Que la isla tengo el portal.
Oh my goodness.
Que emborrachar los tres. Es que la dama la puede llevar. Oh, me quiere besar. Ja, yo que la puse mal. Tírate patita ahora, porque ahorita te voy a peinar. Yeah. Voy a llevarte pa' PR, mami, pa' que veas cómo es que se perrea. Tráete a tu amiga si te gusta la idea. Dile que esta noche vamos a janguear. Qué rico la vamos a pasar. Aquí nadie se va a casar, pero tú te vas a querer quedar. Yeah. Sí. Esto es PR, mami. Aquí nací yo y el reggaetón pa' que sepa. Ay, voy cazando y muero perreando. Voy cazando y muero perreando. Voy cazando y muero perreando. Que bailen todas las gatas, no fuimos al garete. Estás escuchando el que más le mete. Dale mami, suéltate el grillete. Ponte en cuatro que te voy a dar fuerte. Ponte en cuatro que te voy a dar fuerte.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm gonna play this next song. I want to see your opinion on this because let's see. Because you say it's all about the lyrics and the way he's playing it is okay. So let's see.
And the way I'm playing it, what?
Espera,
It's bad.
te lo voy a enseñar ahora mismo.
Okay.
Aquí está. ¿Dónde está? Okay, are you ready?
Am I? I don't know. I don't know.
Here you go, ladies and gentlemen. So, as he said, it's about lyrics. He likes listening. You know, it's the way that Bad Bunny says his messages. Even then, even if you do it poetically, it's probably not going to be the greatest. But still, let's see.
Tengo un corazón mutilado de esperanza y de razón.
Mm-hmm.
Tengo un corazón que madruga donde quiera. Ay, 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 ese corazón se desnuda de impaciencia ante tu voz.
No, sir.
Pobre corazón que no atrapa su cordura. Quisiera ser un pez para tocar mi nariz en tu pecera.
Yeah.
Lyrics?
Okay.
Is it just poetic?
Yeah. It is. Now, when was the first time you heard that song?
Yeah, when I was a baby, when I was a kid.
Okay, so when you heard all that stuff, did you imagine anything that he was actually talking about?
Many adults, which I found surprising. I saw some videos.
Okay, but this is the part that I'm talking about. If it's in a song that you can have your words so refined to the point that anybody of a young age can listen to the song and not even completely think about it, and their imagination will probably think about a freaking little fish making little heart bubbles inside a freaking fishbowl. Come on now. If I sing that and I think and I tell to the kids, paint me what you can understand from the song, and I promise you they're gonna put a little fishbowl with a little fish making heart bubbles. So if I put that out there and a kids can listen to it and not have those type of thoughts because he ain't thinking about that,
Yeah.
what's the problem? Now the message for the adults is the adults. The adults understand what he's talking about.
A lot of adults, I saw some videos where even a lot of adults didn't realize.
Now they now came to realization that he's talking about that. Okay, but because somebody had to come around and explain to adults that grew up listening to the song and they still didn't know that song meant what it meant. Is that not poetry?
It is. I'm not going to deny it. And his words were beautiful.
What more innocent? That's the most innocent way to say something that you're doing as an adult. That's the most innocent way you can say stuff like you're doing as an adult to another adult in such a way that even children can enjoy it and not even think about that and think about something as innocent as a fish blowing heart bubbles to somebody they love.
If Bad Bunny said it in a more poetic way,
I don't think that's part of his DNA. He is impossible for him to say something like that.
But if he
don't have poetry. This is the thing about it. That's what that music nowadays is lacking. That sense of poetry that has been lost because now everybody wanted to cut raw. Everybody just wanted to say to your face. Everybody wanted to throw the ass in the air and put it down in there and just take it on forward and make it bang and do. Show me a song nowadays that don't talk about doing it just like that. Telling you straight to your face what they're talking about. They don't even care about like making any type of like, I don't know, like they're not trying to make anything seem some other type of way that it sounds good to the ears, but you talking about something different. They just want to tell you to your face, oh, I want to find you in the club, I want to peel you up, I want to smoke you up, I want to drink you up, and I'm gonna get you to my room and I'm gonna bust you up. Bro, what? Seriously? That's what you want to listen to? No, I don't. I'm sorry. I changed. Like I changed my repertoire. I would hear something like that, and I would literally I would enjoy the song for what it is, even though I know what he's talking about. Now as an adult, I would enjoy it and not have a problem with it because at the end of the day, even if I pass by a neighborhood or I pass by a park and I'm blasting this song to my windows. Ain't no kids gonna feel no type of way like, mommy, what is that? You muting yourself.
Damn it. You were asking before. Yeah, I was coughing. You asked him before, oh, is there like a video? So he only has 2 videos, I think. But if you look at this right here, so the only reason I'm showing this so that people can understand whether you like the songs or not, the point of right here, all these videos that you see has a one actual video, which is awesome. But then all these other videos here, so on each one of these things, no matter what videos they are, for example, the one here, like the Perfumito Nuevo, so he has little bits of history on each one of the videos. And as the video goes, it actually changes. So, but it talks about the invasion of 1898 and, basically different historical things that happened in Puerto Rico throughout the years as time goes. As you see, it continues going on.
Which that is perfectly fine, you know what I'm saying, having the bits of story. But if you want to sing something, like how would you feel that he's talking about this thing about the club and have a historical fact about something that's happened to Puerto Rico, but then the song in the background as you reading is talking about putting the girl in 4 and giving her some pill molido. You just grinding some pills and put it in a drink. And does that make sense? Does it like that? It don't correlate, bro. Like it does. It's not matching.
I feel you. In other words, it takes away from the meaning of what he's trying to bring by putting the other songs.
That's my whole point to the
I
thing.
can
It's
see.
just like, okay, you have great intentions. Now nobody gonna take you away from that. Nobody's gonna say that you don't love your country. Nobody said you don't love Puerto Rico. But the message that you are spreading outside to raise awareness is the contrast is like stark. You cannot tell me the story about a country while you're singing in the background about you want to put this girl in four.
Okay. I get it. I get it. I can see where you're coming from. Here's the last one. I think there's like another song, but we're not. It's a reggaeton song. So this one is another one is Coturista. This one should be simple, easy, nice, and I think
Hopefully.
vamos a ver, porque tú eres bien picky ahí.
I am picky. That's
Eres bien picky ahí, okay. Shout out to Tim. By the way,
I like that beginning right there. That right
yeah,
there. That beginning is beautiful right there.
yes, here with Estacion. Shout out to them. They're the ones who made the videos with the actual lyrics of the songs on it. They did a phenomenal job, and of course with the Conchito there, they did just a beautiful job in general. But let's go ahead and put this on.
En mi vida fuiste turista. Tú solo viste lo mejor de mí y no lo que yo sufría. Te fuiste sin saber el porqué de mi herida. Y no te tocaba a ti curarla, viniste a pasarla bien. Y la pasamos bien. Una foto bonita, un atardecer hermoso, una bailadita, tu cadenita de oro. Estuvimos tan cerquita, mirándonos a los ojos. Dime si viste la pena de mi corazón roto. Que lleva así mucho tiempo. Que lleva así muchos años. Escondiéndome los sentimientos. Tengo miedo que me hagan más daño. Y lleva así mucho tiempo. Que lleva así muchos años. Ay, yo no sé mi amor, lo que la vida tendrá. Para ti y para mí, si se da pues se da. Y si no pues también, vamos a disfrutar que la noche se puso bonita, pero no tanto como tú, jamás y nunca como tú.
I hope you don't ruin the song.
En mi vida fuiste turista. Tú solo viste lo mejor de mí y no lo que yo sufría. Te fuiste sin saber el porqué de mi herida. Y no te tocaba a ti curarla, viniste a pasarla bien. Y la pasamos bien.
Another one that is docile enough.
So how'd you like that one?
That one's docile enough. I mean, it's good. It's a good song. I mean, he's talking about the girl or whatever. Now, apparently, she just came. You know, they didn't. The relationship, you know, was kind of like a summer relationship type of thing. You know, she went back home, whatever. He didn't see whatever he was going through. You know, it's kind of like a fling. But it's there's that tamest way to talk about a fling. I don't have a problem with that. he ain't saying nothing out of pocket. You can sit down there and actually enjoy the beat and what he's talking about, and then you can kind of like relate if you had a relationship like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you met somebody that was special, whatever, with the summer. You thought it was gonna go be something different, and he did it. You know what I'm saying? Like you guys made it, whatever it was during the time or whatever. Not that's it.
Yeah.
It was a nice song.
So there's that one. So now with everything you've been saying, I've been looking around, scouring online, and I found some videos. So I'm gonna play this one right here.
Why are you gonna keep torturing me?
No, this one I think you're gonna like this one. I actually genuinely think you're gonna like this one. Like
This is another one from the album.
No, not the album. Someone's reaction, and you'll see
Someone's reaction.
Yeah, you'll see. Hold on. This one I think you're gonna genuinely like it. Let's see here. Okay, this is a Puerto Rican speaking about the album and Bad Bunny.
Tengo que estar agradecido con Bad Bunny, nada. Para mí es un insulto como productor que nuestra música... No hay nada. Tengo que estar agradecido con Bad Bunny, nada. Para mí es un insulto como productor que nuestra música está a un nivel que los que han escuchado nuestra música saben la excelencia en todas las áreas de la producción. Nuestra letra, nosotros hicimos un homenaje a Rubén Blades en el último álbum. Nuestro último álbum, Tito Nieves canta un tema, Norberto está con nosotros, Josué Rosado está con nosotros. No tengo nada que agradecerle a Bad Bunny, perdóneme. Porque yo no voy a escuchar un ritmo que yo amo y respeto como la plena cuando dentro de la letra estás hablando de droga, de cocaína y utilizando palabras soeces para dañar el ritmo tan lindo autóctono de mi país. ¿Por qué? Tú eres puertorriqueño y tú estás llevando la bandera de Puerto Rico en alto, Keropi. Si algo tengo que agradecer es que por lo menos puertorriqueño y que ha empujado la bandera, la ha puesto un poquito y tampoco. Hermano, no nos confundamos. Estamos errando y no nos estamos dando cuenta de que las zorras pequeñas lo que quieren es dañar toda una plantación. Y yo escucho algo como lo que yo escuché ahí. Yo lo escuché, no me quiere criticar, críticame. Lo escuché completo para que nadie me cuente. A mí me dio grima, bro. Me da lástima. Entiendo que detrás hay mucha gente humilde trabajando también, porque están los nenes de la Libre de Música, o sea, que esto es una oportunidad para ellos, pero hay oportunidades que pueden ser dañinas, y pido al Todopoderoso Dios, que Dios dirija a toda esta gente.
Caballeros, son otras generaciones, otros tiempos, y el disco...
No hay nada, tengo que...
Yeah, I mean, I kind of gotta agree with what he said. I mean, he makes no... And then the funny part about it is that when the other person was trying to start talking, I guess that's when the video kind of cut off.
Yeah.
And it's talking about, you want to talk about generation changes and this, that, and the third. Bro, that's just an excuse. Because you're going to tell me because the generation changed, now you got to get worse? Isn't that supposed to be improved? Yeah. Isn't that supposed to be elevated? So if you want to sit down and talk about the generation is different, there's supposed to be an improvement. It's supposed to be better, not worse. You know what I'm saying? If we're talking about somebody like Ruben Blades, like somebody like Tito Nieves, somebody like Willie Chilino, those artists or whatever now, and you want to talk about is another time, then the music's supposed to be above their level, not below their level, above their level. You gotta have somebody that is above their level, somebody with more poetry than the person that was before you. Somebody with more of that patriotism and that love for the country to elevate the music, not to bring it down, because ain't nobody over here was singing about overdosing on cocaine and marijuana and alcohol, and then just having and then just take it to the streets and think that little kids are going to listen to that because they're the future, right? They're the generation that's coming up. So if you're talking about it's a new generation, then where's the upgrade?
No.
Why you keep dragging it to the mud?
Yeah, improve upon, don't belittle.
And exactly, you know what I'm saying? And that's not just even with Puerto Rican music. It's Panamanian music, hip hop, rap, rock, all this other nonsense. People just sit down here and they just keep dragging the music to the freaking mud. Just like, what message are you spreading out there? Music is a method of teaching, and a lot of people don't understand that. You teach through music. People is a lot quicker to learn a song that they're actually sit down in a classroom and learn a lesson. So what are you teaching to these people that is listening to you?
Yeah. Okay. So this next one, I personally don't agree with her at all. And I think I don't know. I don't know where you would stand on this. I think you might agree with me, but there's a lot of people doing this, and maybe she's doing it for clout just to get people to get reactions. I don't agree with her. Don't like what she says, especially because it's a Mexican chick. It's a Mexican girl, and I think everything she said is just completely wrong, in my opinion.
No, mama's way.
I think she's wrong, and I think you'll agree, but let's see what you say.
Bad Bunny always talked about, colonization and like imperialism. And he even spoke in a song where he was like, everybody's trying to take from our culture and be like us. He was very outspoken about a lot of things, but then he ended up dating somebody who was the representation of all the things he hated. Kendall Jenner, who made a tequila brand and it basically like took from, Mexican culture.
You don't think people can change?
That's the thing where I'm just like, for him to now like come out and like be that person again. Did you actually believe these things, or is it just because you just want to profit out of them and because everybody kind of hated you? It's kind of like you say you hate racism, but you end up hanging out with people who are racist. It's like that. How can you surround yourself with people like that when you've been so outspoken about other things? Bad Bunny always talked about.
I disagree with her. She's trying to make the like I don't know. There's been a lot of Hispanic people and people in general, but a lot of people who it's not for you. And like I get her point. I mean, I don't get her point actually. I don't get her point. Like, first of all, people do stuff. People have a past, a future.
Oh no, I know what we're trying to say. People do change, and people
He's
do
acting like, oh well, you can't make this if you.
I mean,
this.
she
I
can't.
don't like
She kind of said it though.
Those few songs that were good were not for. That's why I didn't care.
That's the thing about it. She kind of made a point when she came to talk about that. He made the mistakes that whatever he made or whatever now, and he rubbed elbows with people that he shouldn't be rubbing elbows with or whatever. Now, when at the beginning he was, this people that was spoke about the other stuff, and then the same people that he was speaking against, these are the same people he was rubbing elbows with or whatever now. And that she said that he hopes that he come back to his roots. So if you are going to be a person that is going to instigate a movement and open people's eyes to the injustice of Puerto Rico and this,
he left his roots. That's the question. She said that, but no one ever said he never left his roots.
No. What I'm talking about that is not so much in that is I think she was probably more referring, and I might be wrong, but I think she was more referring as an artist, because as an artist you become like, okay, you are more like you. I don't know, because I've never really followed Bad Bunny like that. It's just like the roots that everybody talk about, because like you say, like he was in the movements and this and the other and the third or whatever not, and whatever he was doing, but that should be also a representation of your art. So I mean, if you're going to be an outlet in your country for the movement of the uprising of your country and the upbringing of your culture and making it known more nationwide and more worldwide and being an advocate for your country and your values and your culture and whatever not, your music should represent that too.
But from what I know, and I could be wrong, but from what I know, this is the first album where he's actually done something in terms of, besides the one that gave people pride. But I mean, I know if you're looking lyrics, where is it? It's not going to be the greatest thing for you. But if you're talking about the few lyrics that are in it, is "Yo soy de Pefocanete." That's probably the closest thing in terms of, that was more of a pride song, like, hey, this is who we are, this is what we are. Pero in terms of activism and showing if you're going to try to represent your country, he did a very good job with it with the few songs that he had. The
Yeah,
Baile
you an
Inolvidable,
advocate. You
Cogita
an
y Patín.
advocate. Yeah, you an advocate to that point more than me because I really haven't like I never really delved like on dived in. I mean, I'm not a person that like I really dive in into like culture, like not so much culture, but like more like into this whole stardom nonsense with like musicians and TV artists and like movie actors and whatever. Now, because at the end of the day, we all humans. You know what I'm saying? We all come from different backgrounds. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody do this. Everybody do that.
Esta es la cosa.
So yo no me voy a meter. Like I'm not gonna get in the middle and then be talking about being an advocate and put my hand in a freaking picadora and get my fingers chopped off or put my hand in the fire for no artist of any caliber or whatever. I mean, but if I'm going to sit down and enjoy the products of your labor that you're trying to put out there, if it's good, it's good. If it's bad, I'm not going to say. And if you tell me and somebody asks me about what I think about the product that they're putting out there for it to be sold, because now you're putting a product to be sold to the market, I'm going to speak about the product. Just like how people talk about don't drink this milk is bad, or this eggs are bad because they got salmonella and this, that, and the, let's put it this way. You as a food critic and being the chef yourself, you know what places are good and you know what places are bad. You have given good reviews to some food and you have given bad reviews to some other ones. Some other people might dispute what you have to say about food because in their perception it's bad food. But when you taste the food and it's bad, right?
Yeah.
All right. That's
This
what
is the
I'm
thing.
saying.
I think overall, so I'm gonna let's do you first. What's your now? I see where some people say, "Oh, like there have been some actual people from all different sorts of cultures, non-Puerto Ricans. There's been Puerto Ricans as well, but there's been a lot more non-Puerto Rican people who have like, oh, this was a trash album, it was horrible, blah blah. But this is the one like, why did he make this kind of music? We don't want to hear that. We want to hear the perreo, blah blah blah. But this is the thing I've noticed.
Okay.
This is a very okay. There's a few songs in there obviously que son canciones de perreo, que son para bailar, para estar en el club. Pero esta es la cosa, es que the song was not meant, and he clearly said, first of all, he said one of it in the Apple interview, I believe, he doesn't care if people understand the lyrics or not. Second of all, this song, as now mind you, think of this as someone who's from Panama, and people are like, oh, I don't like this because I wish he just bought all the songs perreo. But this is the thing, he clearly said this was those certain songs, this album was meant for his people Puerto Rico. So I find it astonishing that people are like, oh, I don't like it, I think it's trash because why can't he just keep the stuff that he always does? Pero since when is it bad? He still gave you the few songs that you needed to fill your perreo dancing mood. Pero esto es un álbum que es para la persona de Puerto Rico, para enseñarle el amor, para enseñarlo que no olvida la bandera, tú sabes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't forget it, because I mean, yes, there have been people in the past who
yeah, and that, like I told you.
But this is someone now who's young who's saying, because I obviously there's an old generation and there's a newer generation, and sometimes, especially depending on where the culture is, especially with Latino cultures, as your generations get younger, they start forgetting the old. Some, not all, start forgetting sometimes the old school music, the old school values and stuff like that. And this is one of those where he's trying to show people, don't forget your roots. So you being from someone,
which is a good trait. If somebody want to tell you don't forget your roots and you want to take me to the roots, then take me to the roots. Stick to the roots. Like I said, he had the video, about the stuff about Hawaii and the stuff about the photos and some of the stuff that he portrayed when it came down to part of the culture is, like I said, it was great. It was good. It was good content. But then if you are going to make this album for Puerto Ricans and about the root of Puerto Rico and don't forget who you are, Puerto Rico did not start it with perreo. Remember.
It didn't.
You know what I'm saying? It didn't start it with perreo. That stuff that they took out of Panama when Panama started practicing don't because even Queen will tell you herself. When Panama started with Cafu Bantan and Buju Bantan and all this other stuff, when they started doing the Spanish reggae, and the dance hall and all this other stuff, and then they took the beat and they become the reggaeton that we know now. So
who perfected it? It started in Panama with reggae. This is a whole nother. Don't get started.
No.
They started with reggae.
I'm gonna tell you how it is, and I'm gonna tell you the only reason why. The only reason why the fact that reggaeton became as popular as it was is because by the grace of the United States of America, you guys had a bigger mainstream because you guys had a United States as your yes, because guess what? The United States is still bigger, and it has a lot of Latinos throughout the United States, which made the reggaeton music travel a lot faster throughout the United States.
Yeah,
that's why you have people in New York, people in Cali, people in Texas, and all these other places that they can listen to reggaeton throughout all of it, because they have always had Latinos through all that stuff and listen to that stuff. Now the stuff in Panama, most of it stayed local or traveled throughout just Central America, because it didn't have that backing from the United States, like big producers and stuff like that. It was more like from the country type of stuff, and they kind of stay there.
Explain reggaeton getting through all of Central and South America, because obviously it had to travel through that to get there. It is.
I understand that, but at the same time, if you put it through Central America and South America, you got a lot of you got that influence from Panama as well.
Tego Calderon, they all went through Central and South, and people in Central love reggaeton.
Hey, I understand that, but at the same time, if you mention some of the raperos de Panama and stuff like that in Central America, they'll know who they are. But the thing about it is, it didn't cross the United States as heavy because the reggaeton was a lot more mainstream, and then the music that they used to do in Panama, it was more like una tiradera, and it kind of stayed on that way, and it was kind of like, like it was more like the origins of like hip hop. It was like that whole like serious talk about like what's going on, whatever, and that didn't become mainstream. If I would have put that music that is there like back then, now you probably would pick up a lot faster, because now everybody want to be raw into their face or whatever type of stuff.
I agree with you on that. Like, I'm half and half, because like I agree, I see what you mean, because of the fact that there are so many Latinos in America. But I feel like the biggest ones, obviously, Bico C, El General,
yeah,
but Calderon, when they bought it got bought.
Y El General. But put it just to give you kind of like a little bit of reference. Tego Calderon y El General, they made mainstream music.
Pero empezaron en Puerto Rico, después se fue a Sudamérica, a Centroamérica.
No, because if you listen to El General is somebody that's known across the whole America, point blank, period.
That's what I'm saying. So those are artists. You said, because it got popular because it went through America, but there's 3 Americas.
I say Americas in general, like
okay. I just want to make sure.
In general, it's one continent.
But it had not been because of Latinos loving it so much. And for all y'all who don't know, yes, there's 3 Americas: Central, South, and America.
Central, South, and America. Oh Lord. Lord.
You know what I mean. But there's not just one. It's not just the United States of America. There's more than one America. But anyway,
it's one America, sir.
Yeah, but Americans don't know this. Not all.
United States of America. United States of America is a country in the America continent.
Yeah. Which people don't know this. But anyway, that's another conversation for another day.
Yeah.
But like it went through for music to get popping, it's got to be.
It's got to be catchy. It's got to be
within the culture first, though. So
it just got to be mainstream.
Cubans, South Americans, Central Americans. Once those people, all people, we start listening to it, and the Americans like, wait, what are y'all listening to? And they hear it. Then it became popular. Then it went through. So I mean, it's one of those things where it travels so far, but like. Bad Bunny, he wanted to do it. He made it big.
What is it? Do you heard that stupid video that they put online? That they try to like, I think it's picking up like crazy. El culo con caca.
Oh God, no.
My guy, if things like that become popular now, and it's just because of the beat, nothing else. what is that saying about what's in the people's minds? Because if you was thinking straight, that song wouldn't have even come out of production.
¿Cuál?
Ese culo con caca. Let's be 100% honest. Like, they promote so much nonsense out there, and people just like the stupidity and the nonsense. It's just taking music, and that's why I'm saying music in general down. Whether it be from DR, Puerto Rico, Cuba, it don't matter where it comes from. It's just being dragging music to the mud. Because the people not using their own, like, whatever brain cells they got left after they done doing perks and doing all this other crazy stuff that they do on the daily basis. What is there left for you guys to actually think about making a good song?
So, overall,
music sucks overall.
From Panama.
In this generation.
From siendo de Panama. What would you, from a Panamanian point of view, and then from just understanding, from a Panamanian point of view, let's do that one first. What would you rate the entire album?
The entire album?
1 to 10. Just on, I guess, let's go lyrics alone. Lyrics alone,
I'll give her a 4.
Beats.
And the beats, like I said, it's a 10.
Now,
well, the only reason why I only say a 4 when it comes down to the lyrics is because if you would have kept going into making that more like that more in-depth talk about what the culture of Puerto Rico, the Taínos, the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Stuff that your abuelita and your abuelita's abuelitas and your abuelitas you have as a part of the culture, and just bring it into a song that you can actually sit down and enjoy and even dance to. You know what I'm saying? If you would have kept with the whole thing, I think that would have elevated more the whole Puerto Rican culture as a whole country, rather than just singing a little bit about it and then talking about pills, popping, and drinking alcohol and getting drunk and about the freaking toxic ex.
So you're saying it would have elevated more, but do you not think that this album has actually elevated more? Because you got to think about this. Not only have people from Puerto Rico and from all walks of life been talking about it, but now you got it to the point that it's been a huge call to everyone, to the point that now even politicians are talking about it because of what happened. You're talking
about Puerto Rican politicians?
Bro, hasta Venezuela, what was it? Venezuela was like, oh, we'll go in and
yeah, but that's because freaking Venezuelan president is just out of his loving mind.
Well, yeah, obviously, but it has. You can't deny, or you can if you want, but I mean, I don't think it's possible.
I'm not saying that the potential for the message to be given the proper way, because this is the thing about it. If you listen to just those songs that he talks about the Puerto Rican culture and all this sort of stuff, like que no le hagan lo que le pasó a Hawaii, or no dejen que le hagan lo que le pasó a Hawaii, then fine. If you cut the album right there, then it's a 10 out of 10.
Okay.
Now, if you expand the album to the entirety of the album, or let's put it this way, let's take the important stuff about the culture and just keep it as a regular album with all the other stuff that he was singing about. Will anybody be talking about it?
If you took all those out?
If you took out those culture ones out of there.
I mean, honestly, it's Bad Bunny, so yeah. It would still,
nobody will really. People would just be talking about the song, but that song is not. Those songs would not make an impact as a cultural.
Oh, no, as a cultural thing, no.
Exactly. Of course. So we only talk. So if we want to talk about that, the only reason why people talking about it is because those parts that he talk about Puerto Rico and the essence of Puerto Rico and the culture of Puerto Rico, and that's why I say that I agree with the guy that was talking about that. Que movió la bandera un chin. You move the flag a little bit. Because the rest of the content that you was talking about was not making anybody in Puerto Rico feel any better about their culture, because so now you're gonna tell me that Puerto Ricans are pill poppers, alcoholics, and smoke pot, and the entire culture, and they all stress about drinking el pitorro de coco to olvidar la ex que era tóxica. That's what you basically want to tell me.
Sí, pero pues esta es la mierda también, que también no puedo olvidar la mensaje de la otra canción. You can. It's like people
I'm not forgetting the messages from the stuff. But when you like, remember the conversation. Yes, remember the conversation we had on the first part. The whole thing. If he would have talked about the Pitorro de Coco and made a nice song about it, and then the message of the song being talking about the Pitorro de Coco, the history of it, and talking about your grandfather, about the history and the things and the memories that he had, trying to continue what the beginning of the song was, that, you know, like not taking enough pictures and using that context to create a more memories and talking about the history of your family legacy in Puerto Rico, which is in extension the culture of Puerto Rico at its core.
Yeah.
And it would have been a wonderful song. And then I'm like, yo, that Pitorro de Coco is nice because you're talking about a cultural drink that started in Puerto Rico and you expanded into the own history of your own family, which in extension, like I said, is the culture and the core of Puerto Rican culture.
I do agree. I will say this. People might hate me. I don't care. I do agree there was no need in Pitorro de Coco when the girl came and started shaking her ass. There was no point for it. As dudes, we might like it. We might say, oh, man. But in all reality, it did take away from the point, which is, you know, Pitorro de Coco, because a lot of people don't know about it. Even there's some Puerto Ricans who don't know what Pitorro is. So, I mean, it did. I mean, I can see what you're talking about.
It's a cultural drink. It's an ethnical drink. You know what I'm saying? It's something that was created in Puerto Rico by Puerto Ricans, by the natives, and it was brought. It's part of the culture. It's something that was doing as a Puerto Rican Taino culture. You know, they brought it up. It was one of their native drinks and stuff like that or whatever. Now, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then to kind of like bringing that stuff and then the shaking of the ass and then talking about the ex and all this other stuff. It takes away. Sex sells. Sucks, but sex sells. And every time that you show ass, there was gonna be somebody else. Somebody else was gonna be like, "What?" You know what I'm saying? for whatever reason it is. You know what I'm saying? People is visual creatures. Point blank. Period.
That's facts.
But if you try to make it as something that to hit the back of your head, and it's something that is memorable, and the fact that like this man pushed the culture through his music all the way through. The album would have been a lot more powerful, and the album would have been a lot more of an impact if it would have carried the whole thing. Because like I said, I can become mad critical about the whole thing and be like, bro, after he started talking about this stuff over there, basically what he told me about that is that y'all Puerto Ricans like to drink until 2:00 in the morning, get drunk on pills, get drunk on all your liquor, get lost in the monte, forget about this or que le quiere romper los maones.
De la palabra correcto. Romper los mojones. Es que tú dijiste más temprano, okay?
That's like I said, it sounded like it, but when I reread it, it said maones. But like I said, que te quiere romper los maones, que te quiere poner en cuatro, and then that basically what you're telling me that Puerto Rico is that? Is Puerto Rico that?
Obviously not.
If you listen to the rest of the song, is Puerto Rico any of that? Puerto Rico is a country full of drug addicts,
alcoholics. You're literally nitpicking. I understand where you're coming from, but you're nitpicking.
I'm not nitpicking because if you listen to the song, he always got some involvement with drugs, alcohol, over partying and having sex.
I mean, I see it. It's just like I feel like
if you want to be blind, you can be blind by choice. But not because
I know what you mean. I see it and I know it, and that's what pisses me off is because it's true. Just like the older guy said, you don't need to be. You can make something and not have to bring that stuff up into it because there's no point to it, especially if you're trying to elevate it more. But regardless of the fact,
always got to be
all that stuff, because the fact is, I thought everybody and their mama has been
talking about the few songs that actually made an impact.
And look, there's the other songs where you said that, you know, he's talking about the vulgar stuff and all that stuff. But to a point, people have actually, what's the word? Like, they've kind of put those songs to the back burner and said, fuck it, listen to these songs. So people, even though he's made those songs, which don't get me wrong, I agree with you. If you're gonna put a message, make the whole thing. I agree. We're not pill popping, drinking. We're not. That's not who we are. And I understand where you're coming from. Nowhere am I denying that. Pero you cannot deny people have advertently kind of put those songs on the back burner and say, let's focus on these ones. And that's what's those are the songs that are literally number one in the world.
I get 100% what you're saying. Those songs are good. Pushing those songs is fine. But then if you want to come and you want to promote a whole album based on those songs alone, and then why promote it outside of Puerto Rico? Because then the outside ears, they said that album was made by Puerto Rican for Puerto Ricans, correct? All right. So now with that understanding, why would you have a Puerto Rican album made for Puerto Ricans across the world want to become a mainstream media sensation when you know that the world is going to listen to just more of those songs and the rest of the songs too? And that's why all the other criticism comes around. And then when the criticism comes around, people want to sit down and they feel butthurt, and then when I'm like, well, you're not Puerto Rican, so that's not for you. But then you brought it to the world. If you wanted it for Puerto Rico, then guess what? Put it in one of those CD players, put in one of those CD cases like back in the 90s and back in the 90s, and then go give it to all the Puerto Ricans that you know, and just secretly spread it around like, yo, this is what Bad Bunny's sitting around. But if you want to put it out there for the world to criticize and want to claim after that is only for Puerto Ricans.
Well, this is the thing, though. This is what you're not getting. This is the thing people aren't getting, is that the people who are criticizing the songs that are specifically meant to show Puerto Rico. They're not criticizing the perreo song. Because they want more perreo.
Okay. If they want to criticize a song that he talk about the culture, then they're wrong. They're just
that's
stupid.
What I'm talking about. No, that's what I'm talking. I 100% agree with you on the wording of it. 100% agree. I'm not denying that. But all the videos that I've seen personally, all the criticism has been about the songs that are actually about Puerto Rico, not about the perreo songs. The one, all the videos I've been watching where people saying, "Oh, the song was trash because we need more perreo. Why is he talking about this, and this?"
No,
like,
and those are probably the same people.
About our culture, like what the fuck?
Because those are the people that just want to sit down and listen to garbage, so they want more garbage. Garbage want more garbage.
And literally, they've said,
that's what
he literally said, we want more. He said, why do you make this? Eso es basura, necesitamos más perreo. Cabrón, eso es por lo...
Yeah, garbage want more garbage. But like I said, I just came unbiased and just told you, this was good. This was good. The letters of this is, like, I understand what you're trying to say with that, but that shit was not good, type of stuff. It's not like I'm not gonna sit down and criticize what good work is. If you did good work talking about your culture, that's excellent. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Like I said from the beginning, those songs and those things that he put out there, perfect. That's sending a message out. That's beautiful. But then, as a person, like I said, you listen to the beat, I listen to the lyrics. So if you telling me and I listen to the album from the get-go, let's say I just went and bought it because I want to see what this guy talking about Puerto Rico, and I start hearing the first videos and start listening to the songs and stuff like that, and it's all beautiful. And next I start hearing about lo maones te lo bajo te parto, and I'm like, yo, like you're gonna leave me like heartbroken type of thing, because it's like, bro, like what the hell is this? The CD went from a good standing and just went to shit. It just went to crap. Because now you just took the whole culture nonsense and did lo embarrate en el poco de porquería, talking about sex, pills, drugs, and freaking toxic X and all this other nonsense, and then you just basically drag the good message that you had at the beginning with all this nonsense that you carry at the end.
Which I can understand. I know I can see what you're talking about. That I think like I've never. I like his beats and stuff. I've never been one to really be into Bad Bunny. His latest album, like, is Befo con R, and the few songs I liked them. I wasn't always a big fan, but that's always because like his songs were a little bit too extreme for me personally. I am a huge person. I mean, my name is Poetic. I love poetry. I love a lot of Puerto Rican authors who do poetry that is just stunningly beautiful, and they really represent. And my thing is like, yeah, I do agree. Like Juan Luis Guerra, the way he said it was just the most beautiful poetic way. But and I do see what you mean. Like, you have all these beautiful songs, and then you have that. I disagree with the people who are like, oh, this is a trash album because we want more perreo. Well, you want more trash, go get your trash, because this is literally a song for Puerto Rico and showing people, and it has awakened people's eyes to what the struggle is that's going on. And the biggest one, the biggest culture, not including other Hispanics, there's been Mexicans and everything who are like, we love this album. We know how it feels. We stand by you, Puerto Rico. We stand by you. And the biggest other one that's not Hispanic that has been really standing by us, which I these are my people. Besides Asian, or they're kind of Asian, but besides being Hispanic, if I had to choose another culture, it would 100% be Samoan and Hawaiian, because beautiful people, just the heart.
Pacific Islanders.
Yeah, I love them. Those are my people. I lived in Hawaii for 2 years, and some of the best people ever outside of Hispanic people, some of the kindest, hardest people ever. I give my heart to all those people, and I'm doing it like this because
if you do it, I was about to say you. I was about to dissociate you.
No, my heart goes
I'm about to walk away from this.
No, my heart goes out to all the people who understand the pain of being displaced, because that's unfortunately that's it's not fun. It's not fun. It sucks. But in general, I think those songs that are specifically about Puerto Rico, especially salsa's always been there, but it's being a little bit more noticed now because of Baile Inolvidable, excuse me. But in general, lo que pasó a Hawaii, that one, I know a lot of Hawaiians are feeling it. And to this day, a lot of people didn't realize what happened to Hawaii, that it was forced to become a state. It was forced to be.
Because a lot of people are just ignorant to basically history. So, like history in general, which is kind of crazy, because it's just mad crazy how this generation now, they live in a country and they don't even know a lick of their own history. And it's just like, bro, you talk about losing culture. It's like you guys lost interest into what makes you guys what you are. Like what makes Mexicans Mexicans, what makes freaking Panamanians Panamanian. And it's just like, bro, like what are y'all doing? Like y'all losing your essence as Latinos and Hispanics and Native Americans, like from the whole continent in general. Like what y'all doing? Like y'all just be like all this fanatism about this up and up like new culture, what you want to call. Like I said, it's like, okay, we have old school dances. I want to know what the new old school dance is going to be 50 years from now.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
You know what I'm saying?
I personally, in terms of the
whoa.
The whoa? Is that what you said?
The whoa? The whoa? Yeah, like, can you imagine, bro? Like, all these TikTok dances freaking 40 years from now.
We're going to talk about that in another one, because those are aggravating. There's actually a person, and no disrespect to them, no hate. I understand things change within time, but there's this one dude, these two guys. Yo creo que son Latino, pero están bailando a Baile Inolvidable, and it's like, they do salsa with it, but then they end up doing, like, when he says mi diabla, what's the word, mi ángel, mi loquita, he does that, and then this, and then like this. I'm like, some of the stuff, TikTok dances, in my opinion, are not dancing. It is dancing, because dancing is according to how you interpret stuff. Pero también, deja la cosa como son. Don't try to upgrade salsa. Don't try to add some extra flavor. There's so many people trying to teach. There's a lot of non-Latino people on TikTok trying to, this is how you do salsa, and they do these crazy steps. It's like, no, that's not what salsa is. Salsa is something you feel in your soul, your beat, and you move with it, and there you go. It's not like, oh, like that's not it. Like that's not it, bro. Like, leave it where it's at. Stop trying to improve on something that's not broken. Don't improve on perfection. You feel me? Don't try to improve on perfection. This is the whole. Like, that shit doesn't work, my dude. Like, keep it where it's at. If you want to make it say, this is my version of salsa, say something like that. No, don't sit there and be like, oh, esto es salsa. No, eso no es salsa. That's not salsa. Like, déjalo quieto. Y si no te gusta, vete para el carajo. Así mismo.
It was in the short bus of salsa. Great, Timmy. That's a great salsa move.
Eso me enfogona. I hate
now that. Put some nachos with it.
But yeah, overall, those songs I think 10 out of 10. The beat, obviously, fire. You can't deny it. It makes you want to move, makes you dance. I love how he incorporated some of the old school salsa, with the newer things that he was trying to do. I think it was very
The last song that you actually played on this part of the video, the cuatro, with the whole thing. It was nice. It was nice. It was one of the most aside from the original culture stuff, this was like the most tame from all the other songs. And it had a good flow to it, having the conversation. And I mean, it was the message was not bad, talking about this person that you met probably over the summer or whatever. Like it was okay. It kind of resonated with like some moment in time with a person or whatever. Not like they might have experience with somebody and they had a good time, and then the person just decided to like went away because they were on vacation. Or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like it was good, and he didn't use no foul language or whatever. So to me, it was like, okay, I'll give you an 8 out of 10 type of thing on that one.
Yeah.
It was pretty good.
I love that he incorporated not only the cuatro in various things, which is the guitar, the 4-string guitar, but the biggest thing, which I love, which actually for the future Puerto Rico video, I'm hoping they'll still be able to do it. We reached out to them maybe a year and a half ago, 2 years ago now, I think, to Lo Plenero de la Creta. Those are the guys in the background who were doing the plena, who was doing the and Bailino Villalba, they were doing the background singing. Those guys are amazing. They have a song there that is just so patriotic and beautiful. It's just insane. I know I'm gonna play that one time just to see your opinion on it later on. But it was such a good song. But those guys, they deserve all the love in the world. I love that he incorporated people, artists and people in general from Puerto Rico, and he did his research on a lot of stuff. And I love that he put the information on there. But in general, I think it was really good. But yeah. We're going to go ahead and end it there. Let me know what you guys think about what I said, what he said, his opinion, and all the things that we talked about this on here.
My hate speech.
His hate speech. Let us know what you guys think about it. If you guys really love it, if you guys agree, si no te gusta,
Si no te gusta, sácate el moco.
pero la cosa es que, how can I say it? Like, si te gusta, si no, pues, no, esa es tu opinión. I mean, what can you do?
Bájate los maones y cómete un plátano.
But yeah, go ahead. Let us know how you feel about it. Escriba allá abajo. Let us know what you guys think. If you guys really enjoyed this, if you didn't enjoy it, if you think that he's right, if you think he's wrong, if you think I'm right, if you think I'm wrong, if you think that, yeah, maybe he could have done a little bit something more poetic than that. But yeah,
we're not talking about him, though.
I'm very poetic. That's facts. Let's call it for what it is.
He's not even Puerto Rican, but that's a story for another day.
You're full of shit. We'll call that. All right? Okay?
He's Spaniard.
Panamanian mud. But anyways.
I never denied that.
So understand it then.
But
anyways.
Mr. M2J, the pan of cinnamon, like they like to call me.
The pan of cinnamon and the freaking Rican over here, poetic. Thank y'all for coming here, joining us with this Bad Bunny special. But yeah, y'all have a great one. Thank y'all for coming here, chilling with us, vibing with us.
Hasta la próxima, mi gente.
Nos vemos.